Have you ever wondered how pivotal the role of spies was in shaping the outcome of World War II? Espionage, a practice as old as conflict itself, took a significant turn during this global clash. The shadows of the war became a playground for the unseen heroes and heroines, the spies. In the early years of the war, clandestine networks mushroomed across the globe. Intelligence agencies, both fledgling and established, expanded their operations. They were the unseen hands, manipulating the puppet strings of war from behind a veil of secrecy. These spies were not just gatherers of secret information. They were saboteurs, disruptors, and influencers. They planted seeds of doubt, spread disinformation, and turned the tide of battles, often without firing a single shot. As the world plunged into the chaos of war, secret agents became the unsung heroes, operating behind enemy lines. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the mysterious world of these shadow warriors in the next scenes. As WW2 unfolded, the role of spies became more significant, more dangerous, and certainly more complex. The shadows of war were often filled with these clandestine figures, operating behind enemy lines, their identities concealed and their missions shrouded in secrecy. During the early stages of the war, the Allied forces recognized the need for a more sophisticated form of intelligence gathering. Hence, they embarked on a massive recruitment drive, enlisting men and women from all walks of life. From former soldiers to housewives, academics to artists, they were all brought together with a common purpose: to serve as the hidden eyes and ears of the Allies. These recruits underwent grueling training regimes, designed to equip them with the necessary skills to survive and succeed in hostile territories. They were schooled in the art of disguise, sabotage, cryptography, and many other espionage techniques. They were conditioned to withstand interrogation, to lie convincingly, and to kill if necessary. These were not mere soldiers, they were shadows, designed to blend, to observe, and to strike when least expected. Their missions were as varied as they were dangerous. Some were sent to infiltrate enemy ranks, posing as soldiers, officers, even high-ranking officials. Others were tasked with sabotaging enemy infrastructure, disrupting supply lines, and spreading disinformation. Some spies relayed invaluable information about enemy tactics, troop movements, and plans, often turning the tide of battles in the Allies' favor. Among the notable missions, the operation to deceive the Germans about the location of D-Day landings stands out. Known as Operation Fortitude, it was a masterstroke of strategic deception, orchestrated by spies and double agents. Another mission involved Virginia Hall, an American spy with a prosthetic leg who worked for the British. She helped organize resistance networks in France, despite the Gestapo's relentless pursuit. In the shadows of war, these spies played a deadly game of cat and mouse, where the price of failure was often death. Yet, their contributions were invaluable, their bravery undeniable. Their stories, though often overlooked, remain an integral part of the tapestry of World War II. The impact of these covert operations was far-reaching and often underestimated. To truly appreciate the role of spies during the Second World War, we need to delve into the heart of their operations. Just as soldiers vied for territory, spies fought tooth and nail for knowledge, for information, for the whispers that could turn the tides of war. In the shadows of war, these unsung heroes played a pivotal role in key victories. The Battle of Midway, for instance, is a shining example. Prior to the confrontation, American codebreakers managed to decipher Japanese naval communication, revealing their plan to attack Midway Island. This crucial piece of intelligence allowed the United States to prepare a counterattack, transforming a potential defeat into a significant victory. But it wasn't just about intercepting enemy plans. Spies were also instrumental in sowing seeds of confusion and disruption within enemy ranks. Take Operation Fortitude, for instance. Through a cleverly crafted web of deception, Allied spies managed to convince the Germans that the main attack on D-Day would be at Pas-de-Calais, not Normandy. This misdirection saved countless lives and was instrumental in the success of the D-Day invasion. But perhaps the most significant contribution of these covert operatives was their role in the acquisition of intelligence related to the German atomic program. The Alsos mission, an intelligence endeavor led by the United States, sought to determine the progress of the German nuclear weapon project. The intelligence gathered by the mission was invaluable, providing the Allies with a clear understanding of their enemy's capabilities and intentions. So, let's not underestimate the role these individuals played in the grand scheme of things. Their work was often cloaked in secrecy, their contributions largely unrecognized. Yet, their actions had a profound impact on the course of the war. Each decoded message, each piece of misdirection, each piece of intelligence gathered played its part in shaping the outcome. So, while soldiers fought on the front lines, spies waged their own silent war, tipping the scales in the Allies' favor. The legacy of these spies extends beyond the war itself, shaping the world as we know it today. The clandestine operations of World War II didn't just impact the course of the conflict, but also sowed the seeds for the espionage landscape of our modern era. When the dust of war settled, governments across the globe recognized the strategic value of covert intelligence. This led to the birth of modern intelligence agencies. In the United States, for instance, the Office of Strategic Services morphed into what we now know as the Central Intelligence Agency. Across the pond, Britain's Special Operations Executive, the clandestine organization that sent hundreds of secret agents into occupied Europe, served as a model for future intelligence organizations. But it wasn't just the institutions that evolved. The tactics employed by the spies of World War II set a precedent for espionage techniques still in use today. From coded messages hidden in plain sight to the art of blending into enemy territory, these methods were honed on the anvil of war. Yet the legacy of these shadow warriors isn't just about institutions and tactics. It's about the human spirit, about ordinary men and women who stepped into the shadows to serve their countries. Some of these individuals have been recognized and celebrated. Names like Virginia Hall, the limping lady of the French Resistance, and Britain's White Rabbit, Wing Commander Yo Thomas, are etched in the annals of history. Memorials and tributes stand in their honor, a testament to their courage and sacrifice. They were the silent warriors, operating behind enemy lines, often at great personal risk. Their stories, while shrouded in secrecy, are integral to our understanding of the conflict. Their courage and sacrifice remind us that in the darkest of times, the most unlikely heroes can emerge. In World War II, they were the spies, the silent warriors.